It's official. Sabo's back. We see him in this episode. Anyway, I got to give this episode 4 out of 5. It was a good episode, you know. Okay, so we start off with my man Luffy fighting against Caesar. Caesar's holding his own. He's pretty good. He's holding his own, but Luffy's taking it to him. At the end, Caesar was going to lose. He was going down. He's getting whooped. And Monet jumps in and helps Caesar, right? Shields him and everything else. Now Luffy's fighting against Monet. And Monet, she's not strong enough, but we find out that she's got a Logia power. You can see her, you know, turning into snow. She's a snow woman. And she's making these big domes like igloos or whatever, but they're super strong. Now, if I'm, like, to compare it to something in real life, like, first I was thinking, like, how is that snow so strong? You know, Luffy had to punch it a few times before a break. It's probably something like permafrost. You know how, like, in, like, Antarctica and places like that, after a while of snowing, you know, stuff just, you know, snow just accumulating and it gets tightly packed and it turns into, like, some hard, like, it's permanently frozen. It just turns into, like, ice. It's probably something like that. So anyway, she's trying to hold him off and using everything she can to stop Luffy, to keep him from getting his hands on Caesar. Caesar, we find out, is the only person that can make something called sad. Law found the room where they make sad, and that's why Virgo left the fight and saved Sanji. Sanji was getting ready to get whooped. Broke his leg, chipped his bone all up, everything. He had chip bone disease. So he was getting ready to get whooped. And then we cut to Doflamingo. Remember, Joker is Doflamingo. Now, this guy, we find out he's, you know, behind everything. So he's controlling a lot of underground, shady stuff in the New World. And he's like, you know what? Caesar's important because he's the only one that can make sad, which we don't know what it is yet, unless you read the manga. So they're like, you know what? Monet got to use everything to protect Caesar because he's so valuable. But anyway, as we talk to Doflamingo's talking to Caesar and Virgo, what you call him? This girl, like, we cut to him in Dressrosa, you know, this island in New World. He's just sitting there chilling with a whole. He's got like 50 butt naked honeys ready to get physical, right? And he's talking, and this girl busts out this house like through the window and goes straight to try to kill Doflamingo. And in the meantime, like, she's blowing stuff up. She actually blew the couch up that he was on. He's still talking to Virgo all nonchalant, like this is a normal part of his day. He didn't stop. He didn't flinch. Nothing. He's just sitting there dodging her and still talking like it's normal. Now, and then they have this guy in the top hat. Sabo this is Sabo. He's got a mask on. I don't know if he's disfigured from that time he got blown up, or he just trying to hide his face. I don't know. Maybe try to hide his identity for a minute because he escaped from that island. Whatever. But Sabo shoots the girl. You know, her name's Baby 5. He shoots her. And she's got this weird devil fruit power where she can turn her body into different weapons. And then he says, I'm sending her and this dude named Buffalo to go to Punk Hazard to get Caesar up out of there. You know, and save him. So we got a good scene with Doflamingo. We got a good view of, you know, his core people in his little group or whatever they want to call it. And we got Sabo. That's one of the big things in the episode. Then after that, we cut to the Straw Hats, right? Chopper and this girl, one of the big crack babies, is trying to keep the other crack babies from getting into this room and eating up all this dope. They hold the door off as much as they can, but they bust through the door, right? The girl's running back to try to get rid of the crack, go stash it somewhere. Chopper is trying to hold the babies off. They getting ready to run through this dude, man. Then we cut to the other Straw Hats, right? And the dragon's flying around destroying everything, setting everything on fire and everything else. They said we got to stop him because he might blow the place up, and Shino Kuni's coming in. Brooke, Robin, Nami, Usopp, and Tiny Mine all jump on the dragon. Now I look, and when I seen it, Nami, when she attacked the dragon, it looks like she probably could take the dragon out if she wanted to, because she didn't hit it with her full force. Then Usopp, I guess he got a new version of that rotten egg star is this giant plant that stinks, and it's like that plant really exists in real life, and it messed up his nose. Then Robin wrapped him up, and for some reason Tiny Mind's got a real problem with dragons. He hates them for some reason. I'm thinking that maybe they terrorize Wano Kuni. Why? Because one of the samurais are famous. Remember back in Thriller Bark, he's famous for taking down a dragon. Why? Maybe back on Wano Kuni, they have a bad dragon problem. That's what I'm thinking. So anyway, Brook and Tiny Mind finished the dragon off. Flames, ice, all that kind of stuff. Take it out. And then, what you call it, my man, Tiny Mind sitting there kicking the dragon, right? Now, at the end, we got a big surprise. One of the crack babies is like, yo, what happened to that boy that, this boy came in here, what did she say he did? He did something. Anyway, he turned into a dragon. She said he turned into a small dragon. And guess what his name was? Momonosuke. That's Tiny Mind's son. So, and Tiny Mind's son turned to a small dragon. Did Tiny Mind just kill his own son or whoop his own son and beat him down bad and start kicking him? That's one of the big things at the end of this episode. So we don't know what happened. Maybe he, beat his son, or maybe his son is a different dragon. We don't know. That's what we're trying to find out. But like I said, in this episode, we got a lot of exciting things. I think one of the best action parts was when they was facing that dragon. I like seeing everybody get that off. But anyway, this episode, like I said, was a 4. And we getting ready to get into some slow stuff. I gotta admit that. We getting ready to get into some slow stuff. So be ready. It's gonna get slow. But anyway, go ahead and leave your comment. Let me know what you think about this episode. If you like the video, go ahead and click that like button and subscribe. And I'm out. Anime and manga means more. Punk.